We've got two really strong one-prize Charizards in the standard format right now, but which one's the best? Let's find out. Welcome back everyone to more from the Sableyes. I'm Mitch, and today we're going to take a look at a really cool one-prize Charizard deck that can help us decide which of these two attackers is the best Charizard in standard format. There are two very strong Charizards, as I mentioned. The first is the Roaring Resolve Charizard. Looking up here, it is an incredibly powerful Stage 2 Pokemon with 150 HP. It has the attack Continuous Blaze Ball, which for 2 fire energy deals 30 damage, plus we discard all the fire energy from our Charizard and deal 50 damage more for every fire energy that we discard this way. That's very, very strong and can very easily get up to some very high numbers. If you've set yourself up nicely, we could even take a knockout on a Pokemon VMAX relatively easily, depending, of course, on the situation. Our other Charizard is the Battle Sense Charizard, the Leon Zard, as it is sometimes called, which combines very nicely with the Leon supporter. This Charizard has Battle Sense, which means we can look at the top 3 cards of our deck, discard 2, and put 1 into our hand. Very, very strong at finding extra cards, gives you that extra consistency that sometimes you need. And its attack for 2 fire energy is Royal Blaze. It deals 100 damage plus 50 for every Leon that you have discarded. So obviously both these Charizards are capable of incredibly powerful turns. It's just a matter of which one do we prefer. Now, the deck list that I'm going to be playing today is featured down below in the description. If you like it, then leave a like on this video. That would be fantastic. There's also a picture of it just here if you haven't already seen this one. Thank you very much to Brandon McLeod on Twitter who posted this one recently. I thought it was really cool. So let's take a look at it in action on PTCGO. Okay, we've got ourselves a really strong start here. We have Snorlax in the active, which we obviously want to have as frequently as possible in the early game. Looks like we're up against a metal-based deck here, and we've got a great start, really. We've got double Charmander. I can quick ball away the boss. We won't need that. Let's go for a Sobble. We'll play that down, and then I think we just Gourmandize and draw out a fresh hand of cards. And look at this. This is actually very impressive. Wow, this is a busted hand. Okay. Well, we're going to get Marnied here, no doubt. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that we are going to get Marnied because my hand's just too good. I can't be allowed to keep this. Thank you. There we go. I knew what was going to happen, but sometimes you just have to. Sometimes you have to hope that you're going to get the luck of the draw. But unfortunately, missing out on that here. This hand isn't terrible. We have both of our Charizards, which is good. It looks like we are playing against Lucario and Melmetal. Also, thank you very much to everyone who has commented on the last video with the green screen. I'm pointing to the... You can't see the green screen. That's the point. I've moved myself across a little bit so that the hand isn't as covered. Obviously, sometimes if my hand's here, I'll be in trouble, but that's okay. We've got another Charmander. We've got an Air Balloon. I think we just play all these things down and then Gourmandize. I'm not in a rush. I can take my knockouts as I please. My opponent's playing a metal deck. I should be able to eventually overpower them, especially since my Pokemon are one-prize attackers. This matchup seems fairly favourable, and with a Drizzile in hand plus some energy, we are looking in a very strong position. But yeah, so I've tried to move myself across. I'm just looking at my OBS at the moment, which is over here. Sometimes I might accidentally cover up one with my hand, but most of the time you should be all right to see what the extent of my hand is. So I'm just going to leave myself over here in the corner a little bit. I might just go backwards like that. Sometimes I'll lean in like this because it's very important. I won't do that. Let's go. Okay, we didn't get Marnied. They used the Cynthia and Caitlyn, so let's get rid of the Leon. I'm going to grab another Sobble because then we can potentially use our other Drizziles when we find them. I'm going to Drizzile here. I'm going to grab a trainer, and I honestly think it's just going to be a rare candy. We're going to go into our Battle Sense Charizard here, so that we've got a little bit more consistency if we need it. because I don't want to fall prey to a bad Marnie. I won't Battle Sense now. I'm just going to Gourmandize and draw 4 more cards. And yeah, we're going along. We're not going too quickly. But we are setting ourselves up. There's not a lot of pressure coming from my opponent. Now, the question of the video is, which of these one prize Charizards are better? They are both really strong. But obviously, since they're both in theme decks, you want to know which one to pick up. Personally, I feel like the Battle Sense one is better as a long-term investment because it's standard and it will remain in standard for the next year and a half. But Roaring Resolve has its merits as well. In playing this deck a couple of times before recording, I found that the Roaring Resolve Charizard is really, really strong in the early game. So when you're setting yourself up, if you need to attack into a V or like a Pokemon with relatively high HP in the active in the early game, then Roaring Resolve Charizard usually does the job. In fact, if you're going first and attach an energy to a Charmander, you can realistically expect to get a knockout on pretty much anything if you get the Roaring Resolve Charizard into play early. But the problem with that is it's very, very energy intensive, right? So you need a lot of resources to be able to use it. And that's where the Battle Sense Charizard really shines. It doesn't need as much going for it. I think we're actually going to be able to knock this Zamazenta out this turn with Roaring Resolve if everything goes well. Let's promote the Drizzile and see how we go. But yeah, no, so the Roaring Resolve Charizard is good early, and the Battle Sense is better late, in my experience. Let's grab the Charmander here. We'll just do some double checking. Have we got... Yes, we've got Inteleons, we've got Energies, we've got Welders, we've got all sorts, which is fantastic. I can play down the Charmander. I can Battle Sense. Let's see what we get here. Welder is very good. Okay. So Welder means that I think Welder means that we're guaranteed to get the knockout here, because I can Welder 2 energies to a Charmander, which is great, because for Roaring Resolve, for Continuous Blaze Ball, that's going to be 130 damage. Then I can evolve into Drizzile, and if I want, I can get the Rare Candy here, but to be honest, I think I want to grab the Evo Incense, because I can actually get my Inteleon into play now. Shady dealings, thank you very much. This means not only do I get a Rare Candy, but I can also set up another Evolution Incense to maybe find my next thingamajig later. Actually, maybe we want to get another supporter. What do I want? What do I need here? I do like the Evo Incense. That feels good. Yeah, let's grab it. I think that seems like the best thing to do, because if we get Marnied out of this hand, then it's fine. We've got the Roaring Resolve anyway. Not the Roaring Resolve, the Battle Sense anyway. So we should be all good. But yes, we've got 130 damage coming out already. If we use Roaring Resolve now, that'll go up to 230, which would normally knock out Zamazenta, but it does have that metal goggles on the active, which means I'm going to need to deal slightly more damage. I'm going to retreat into the Charizard with 5 energies, then Continuous Blaze Ball for 200 and something, 250 damage. Beautiful, and we get our first knockout, which is very, very good. Alright, and so, yeah, my prediction coming to fruition here is the Continuous Blaze Ball attack is very strong early, and since we've already managed to discard 2 Leons, we will probably be good to start attacking with our Battle Sense Charizard pretty soon. In fact, I think we're going to be able to take a knockout on this Lucario Melmetal next turn with it, because we can Evo Incense for Inteleon and then Bird Keeper attach, discard a Leon if we want with like a Quick Ball or a Giant Hearth, and I reckon we're going to be in a really, really strong position to win this game. If we weren't already, obviously, it was an easy enough matchup going for... There you go, there's the money, so there goes that plan. We'll see what we find. Bird Keeper is good. Energy Recycler also a good card, especially with the Continuous Blaze Ball Charizard. That obviously comes up quite a lot. Now, I think if we were to attack with Continuous Blaze Ball, we'd actually be just short, especially after a Full Metal Wall. So I don't think we can attack with that one. Let's Bird Keeper into the Inteleon, draw some cards. We've got a Charmeleon, so we can evolve that. We've got a lot going on here. We've got lots of highlighted cards. There's 5 energies in the discard pile, so we can get full value out of Energy Recycler. Let's play down the Giant Hearth, because I definitely need to have that in play. Then I'll Battle Sense. That Welder is pretty good. The Inteleon going to the discard pile is a problem, but we definitely like the idea of Welder. Then I can Energy Recycler. I can throw all 5 of these energies back into the deck. Incredible. Then I can Giant Hearth, we'll get rid of the Snorlax, we'll grab 2 energies out of the deck. Then we're going to be able to Welder here. This is actually... Oh, actually, no, we can't Welder because we've already used Bird Keeper. There's 2 Leons in there at the moment. I'm doing 200 damage. 200 minus 30 is 140, maybe? Yeah, I think. 140 times 2 is 280. I should still be able to get a knockout here. So let's just retreat into the Battle Sense Royal Blaze Charizard and hit for as hard as we can. 340. My maths was completely off there. I have no idea what was going on. And they've just conceded. 200. Oh, because it was 400 and then resistances afterwards. Whoops. So we got value out of both of our Charizards in that last game. And again, we've set up with quite a nice starting hand. Let's grab the Charmander. We'll put that onto the bench and we can attach an energy. Then I think we're going to play down Giant Hearth. I'm going to discard the Mew and grab a couple of energies here. That way we've got energies guaranteed and we can Gourmandize. Grab 3 more cards. And there's that Roaring Resolve Charizard just over here. Here he is. And he's going to help us quite a lot if we can manage to get into the active as well. We will need a Bird Keeper to do that. We need a Rare Candy and a Bird Keeper. Looks like this Dragapult Clefable deck is going to be our villain in this piece. But since we've got the Roaring Resolve Charizard in our hand, we're actually a pretty good chance of knocking this Dragapult V out if we can get into the active. Like I said, in the early game, Roaring Resolve is very, very strong. It's just in the late game when you start to run out of energy that it becomes hard to... We don't need to... I think we just knocked this Dragapult out now. Why would they do that? I have no idea why they would do that. Okay, this is fine. So yeah, now we're guaranteed to get the knockout. Sure, we're going to grab a Rare Candy with this Drizzile, which will get us into our Roaring Resolve Charizard right away. Maybe they thought we were only playing the Battle Sense one. We can Roaring Resolve and grab 2 energies. That would make sense. So there's 2 energies left in the deck. You have a good deck. Thank you, Human1610. We will attach. I will... Level Ball? Let's Level Ball, grab a Sobble. We'll play that down, and then we can continuous Blaze Ball. Bang! Early pressure onto the Dragapult, and our opponent doesn't have another attacker, so this Roaring Resolve Charizard could potentially create some havoc for our opponent. And look at that, we've actually drawn into a Leon and a Battle Sense Charizard, which means that with the Evo Instant in our hand, we can evolve into an Inteleon, get ourselves another Charizard out, get us some more energy in play with Roaring Resolve. We've got 2 left in the deck, we've got 1 in our hand. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. Simply incredible. Deck's actually working really well, which I wasn't expecting with 3 stage 2 lines, but that's okay. An ordinary rod is good. A Rare Candy, though, is the key. Let's play the Inteleon. We're going to grab ourselves our 2 trainer cards. One of them is definitely going to be a Rare Candy. Do we need Welder? Welder seems pretty good. Let's do that. We will Rare Candy into a Charizard. Actually, no, the Welder was dumb. We're going to have to play it now. There's only one... I mean, it guarantees that we get the energies, which is the key, right? We can Roaring Resolve here. We guarantee that we get ourselves our 3 energies on the active. That's all good. We had the ordinary rod, so we could put some energies back, so that's not a problem. Let's Battle Sense. We've got a Rare Candy. Actually, we've got a Rare Candy in our hand. Let's get another Charizard out. Good grief! Look at us setting up. Look at us setting up all of our Pokemon. We're doing a bit of a service to the community here. Let's Rare Candy. We'll throw that in. Good stuff. We'll Battle Sense. We'll grab, I don't know, Air Balloon? None of these cards are particularly useful for me. I've already got a Welder in my hand. Just thin that out a little bit. And then we can Continuous Blaze Ball, take a knockout. And we're 2 prizes away from winning this game, ladies and gents. Our opponent really hasn't done too much yet, but we are in the box seat. Our 1 prize Charizard deck is ripping it up. And we are really yet to see the Battle Sense Charizard come into play as an attacker. So far, if we were to end the video here, Roaring Resolve would be the answer to the question, which Zard is best? I'm starting to think that the Team Up Charizard could be the best one that we've got. But obviously the Battle Sense still could come up. Another pass. Oh my goodness, that's not good. Okay, well I mean now we're guaranteed to win, I think. There's absolutely nothing that our opponent can do to slow us down. In fact, let's just we could just win the game here, but that's okay. I'm gonna see if my opponent can do anything because he's really struggled. Because I mean we could just like Energy Recycler and then boss and knock out the Crobat, or like you know use the Ordinary Rod. But I'm just gonna play it out here. I'm just gonna be like, oh no, I missed the knockout on the Crobat. Oh no. Just because I want to give Battle Sense Charizard an opportunity. Let's get rid of the Leon. We'll grab 2 energies out of the deck, and then we can Welder. Let's Welder onto. I think we just Welder onto the benched one. Let's just go like that. We'll give him a chance. We're gonna give him a chance to be used here. Air Balloon onto the active. We can attach to the second Charizard. We can play the Level Ball. Completely useless to us. We can double Battle Sense. Excellent news. Inteleon, great. Let's grab that. Let's Battle Sense again. Energy Recycler, great. Let's grab that. Energy Recycler into the deck. Bang, 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 bang. 5 energies. Off we go. Then we can Roaring Resolve again, actually. Let's do that. Let's Roaring Resolve. I know we were gonna attack with the Battle Sense Charizard, but now we've got an opportunity to attack with the Charizard in the active again. 130 damage. I should have just bossed. I don't know why I'm wasting your time. But yeah, Roaring Resolve Charizard is definitely in the lead at the moment. If we had to pick one, and only one, then it would be the Roaring Resolve Charizard. But what I'll do is, we'll extend this video out. We'll go a little bit longer than we normally do, because I want to see if Battle Sense can come up clutch and try and steal a victory here. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, we can just Bird Keeper, because we've got the Bird Keeper in the hand. We are going to take 3 prizes with Royal Blaze. Bang. Thank you very much. 200 damage. Knocked out the Dragapult. But yeah, that one goes to Roaring Resolve. One last opportunity for Roaring Resolve Charizard to outpace the Battle Sense Charizard. For me to claim conclusively that Roaring Resolve is better. Let's grab a Snorlax here. I think that's the right decision. We can put this into play. We can attach to the Sobble in the active. We can retreat. And then we can Gourmandize, which I really, really like. Now, our opponent's got a Fire and a Water deck box. They have a Sobble in the active. So the question becomes, what are we facing here? Are we perhaps facing the mirror match? Will we be put under pressure by the Battle Sense Charizard? Or will we be able to take some big knockouts with Roaring Resolve on some VMAXs? We'll wait and see. In fact, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe my data has been skewed slightly. Maybe Roaring Resolve Charizard is really, really strong, and it's felt really strong because we've only played up against V and VMAX decks. Perhaps the Battle Sense Charizard, looks like Cinderace's V is coming down here. Perhaps the Battle Sense Charizard would do better against a single prize attacking deck. Maybe that's something that you could test out on your own if you like the deck. It is down in the description. It's down there. Oh my god, what's happened to my hand? I'm just going to ignore that. We've got a game to play. Let's Rare Candy into our Roaring Resolve Charizard. One more time, we will get ourselves a knockout really easily here. We will grab a Level Ball with Drizzile. We will use that to grab ourselves a Charmander. We need as many of these as we can get. We will Bird Keeper into our Charizard. Oh my goodness, we've got a second Roaring Resolve Charizard here. Let's Roaring Resolve, get ourselves a couple of energies. That feels pretty good. 3 left in deck, make sure I remember that. And we'll attach to the bench, then Continuous Blaze Ball, bang, 1 prize in the early game. No Welder does the job. And an air balloon off of the prizes. Okay, so we are looking good, but I'm gonna say conclusively now, I think that Roaring Resolve Charizard is a better card than the Battle Sense one. That may be controversial, but I think this video has proved that when they are both placed in the same deck, the one that is most versatile, the one that is most aggressive, the one that does the most damage, the one that is most useful throughout the game is Roaring Resolve. But, you know, in saying that, I still have 5 prizes left to take, so let's see if we can take them with the Battle Sense one. Obviously, Battle Sense has its own positives. It can be used to support the Roaring Resolve Charizard, but as an attacker, I'm feeling much more comfortable with the team-up version rather than the Vivid Voltage version. Unfortunate, though, that this card has about 3 months left in the standard format since it's so much better, but that's okay. We can live with it. Now, what is our opponent up to here? They're grabbing themselves a Drizzile. I'm just going to move forward a little bit and lean back, because my comfort is the most important thing. An Inteleon off of the top deck. That's incredible. Okay, well, now we're going to Rare Candy. We're going to get our Roaring Resolve Charizard out here. We're going to evolve into our Inteleon. We will grab some stuff. Let's grab a Welder, I think. What do we got? We got 4 energies in the discard pile. I think we're going to grab Welder and we're going to grab Energy Recycler, because we can do some interesting little things here. There's 3 energies left in the deck. So what we can do is we can discard a fire with Giant Hearth, grab ourselves 2 energies. Then we can use Welder. We will use that first so that we don't accidentally draw into some energies, which I don't want to do. A couple of Leons there you go. Then we will throw down the Energy Recycler, put 5 fire energies back into the deck. We will Roaring Resolve onto the benched Charizard. That's going to give it 3 energies on it for later. And then we can attach 1, I think, just the 1. How many do we have left? Do we have 5 left or do we have 4 left? 4. So yeah, just the 1. We'll put 1 energy onto this Charizard, and then that is it. We'll attach the air balloon and continuous blaze ball for 2 more prizes on the Dedenne in the active. And next turn, we should be able to win this game, because an attachment and a Roaring Resolve will take a knockout on the Cinderace. For our benched Charizard. Now, if they if they boss and knock me out, then I will need to find Welder. But I do have the Ordinary Rod, I have Evo Incense, so I can guarantee that. But I'm not sure that I'll have enough energies overall to be able to take the knockout. In fact, I think I would miss. That reset stamp is a little bit frustrating. But so far, no supporter from our opponent. Research. Okay, so we should be on the way to victory here. We didn't even see Battle Sense Charizard in this matchup, so there's your answer. Right, Battle Sense Charizard of the 2 is the worst. Definitive. That's the answer. The question in the video was which Zard is best? This one, the one that we're currently attacking with, and the one that we're about to win our 3rd game with. Roaring Resolve. Alright, let's promote him. Let's hope that we don't draw. Yep, beautiful. Roaring Resolve. I was about to say, I hope that we don't draw an energy, but I don't think that matters. As long as we don't draw 2, which is impossible, we will attach 2 with Roaring Resolve. We will attach 1 from the deck. We can search that out with Giant Hearth, attach, and then continuous Blaze Ball for the knockout. Bang. There's your answer, right there, in the active position, taking so many prizes. Unbelievable work. And, yeah, victory for Charizard. Who'd have thunk it? So the double Zard deck does the job, gets some wins, but what's the grade? How good is this deck actually? Well, playability-wise, I'm giving this one a C. It can win. We saw it win up against some good decks, but it's not nearly consistent enough to get the victory as often as you'd like. Playability-wise, it can get knockouts on big targets, but It's a lot of work, and it doesn't quite do it as consistently as you'd like. I've played many games with this deck. The 3 that I showed you were the best 3 that I got. There were lots of others where I just fumbled around in the dark, because playing 3 Stage 2s in a deck is not necessarily the smartest decision. Value-wise, though, it's pretty solid value. All of the cards in this deck you can get through structure decks. The Charizards both come in theme decks that you can purchase on PTCGO for coins, and the Inteleons you can grab from the Inteleon League Battle deck if you are willing to spend a couple of bucks to get that particular product. But to be honest, if you're willing to buy that product, then I'd probably play Inteleon anyway. Fun-wise, when it's working, I'm giving this a B. It's taken down a notch because it doesn't work all the time, and sometimes when it does get into positions where it can win games, it just wins them. We saw it with Roaring Resolve. Overall, a C+ deck. Definitely a bit of fun if you are looking for something a little bit different. But to be honest, I'm not necessarily I'm not going to pick this one up again. I just wanted to find out which was better. And this one, Roaring Resolve, that's the one. That's the best one. So thank you very much for watching this one. I've decided to go green screen mode over here as well. Oh, it's very interesting. Thank you especially to my channel members. If you are a member, then you are doing excellent work. Don't worry, we'll be seeing some more streams soon, so you can use those emojis as often as you like. If you'd like to become a member, there's a link down in the description, as well as a join button next to the subscribe button, which I hope you've already clicked. Thank you very much if you are interested in chucking in a buck to support the channel. Thank you especially to Dadbod and Azazel for their Ascended memberships. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Fernando, Yolo, Stephen Ty, Agent Abel, Austin Josiah, Leaf Devourer, Robsy, Caster Brad, Shings Brad, Justin, and Croco Taku Gaming for being Royal Sableyes. Appreciate it. And all these other people over here who are Mega Sableyes, they are doing good work as well. Appreciate your attendance today, and I will see you next time for more from the Sableyes. I can go back to having a background behind me now. Bye.